Under a foreboding sky, Spartan warriors clad in crimson capes and gleaming armor march with unwavering resolve. Their shields glint in the dim sunlight as their bronze-tipped spears sway in unison. Leading them is King Leonidas, a figure of unshakable determination. His decision to take 1,260 of his finest warriors to confront the Persian forces was not just an act of bravery, but a statement to all of Greece. The Greek city-states were fractured, embroiled in political squabbles over how to respond to the Persian invasion. While many debated, procrastinated, or sought compromise, Leonidas took action. His Spartans marched not as conquerors, but as brothers, bound by loyalty and the promise of glory. Hours of marching wore on. The air grew heavy and dark clouds rolled across the horizon, unleashing a torrential rainstorm. The downpours soaked their cloaks and chilled their bodies, but the Spartans pressed forward, undeterred. Ahead lay an enemy 10 times their number, Persians, led by the ambitious king, Xerxes. The Spartan formation reached the coast, where the Persian forces began to disembark from their towering ships. The Spartans could see the vastness of their foe. Years of training and discipline, however, held the Greek warriors steady. Every step forward was driven by a deep conviction to protect their homeland and honor their code. Across the battlefield, Xerxes watched from a distant vantage point. Upon seeing the small contingent of Spartan warriors, he smirked. To crush this resistance, he ordered a fraction of his army, his elite Immortals, to march. Their title was not just a name, but a reputation. The Immortals were said to always maintain their number of 1-0-0-0, replenishing any fallen soldier. This was the Persian king's answer to any challenge. From the Persian ranks, 2,000 immortal archers advanced, their bows raised toward the sky. With a signal, the first volleys of arrows darkened the heavens. Leonidas, understanding the danger, ordered his warriors to shield themselves. The Spartans braced as the projectiles rained down. Realizing the vulnerability of the separated archers, Leonidas commanded his men to break formation and charge. The Spartan warriors surged forward with surprising speed, closing the gap between them and the Persian archers. The ensuing skirmish was swift and brutal. The Spartans overwhelmed the archers, who fled in disarray. Leonidas swept his eyes over his men. He turned to the battle. As the Spartans regrouped and formed a shield wall at a narrow pass by the sea, a sense of triumph swept through their ranks. These so-called immortals, they realized, could die. Enraged by the defeat of his archers, Xerxes ordered the full force of the 1,000 Immortal infantry to engage the Spartans. The ground quaked beneath the Persian advance, the sound of their synchronized march echoing across the battlefield. The Spartan phalanx, a tightly knit shield wall of unparalleled discipline, braced for impact. The clash was deafening. Persian swords and shields collided with Spartan spears, and the battle descended into chaos. Despite being vastly outnumbered, the Spartans held their ground. Their training, superior tactics, and unyielding spirit turned the narrow pass into a killing ground. Persian soldiers fell in waves, their bodies piling up before the impenetrable wall of Spartan shield. As the hours dragged on, the tide of the battle seemed to favor the Spartans. Leonidas and his warriors pushed back against the Immortals, exploiting their fatigue and disarray. Spartan spears found their mark with deadly precision, and Persian casualties mounted. Xerxes watched in disbelief as his elite warriors, his pride, were routed. The Spartans knew this battle was not just a fight, but a message to Xerxes and to all of Greece. Their defiance declared that freedom would not be surrendered, no matter the odds. But the battle was far from over. As the Spartans prepared to advance, a chilling sight greeted them. The same immortal soldiers they had defeated earlier now stood again in formation, as if untouched by death. The legend was true. The Immortals seemed endless, their ranks replenished as quickly as they fell. Worse yet, Persian archers had found a route through the rugged terrain, positioning themselves behind the Spartan line. Surrounded and outflanked, the Spartans faced an inescapable trap. Knowing there was no escape, Leonidas and his warriors fought with unmatched ferocity. Each Spartan fell, but not before taking many Persians with him. The battlefield was a sea of blood, littered with the bodies of the fallen. Only a handful of Spartans survived to tell the tale, their accounts immortalizing their brothers' valor. Though the Spartans were defeated, their sacrifice was not in vain. Their courage united the fractured Greek city-states, inspiring them to stand together against the Persian threat. 10 years later, the Greeks would achieve a decisive victory, driving Xerxes and his armies from their lands. The story of Leonidas and his 12,060 warriors became legend, a testament to the power of resolve, unity, and the enduring spirit of those who fight for freedom. End of Chapter 2.